This is my new car, you know.
Very nice.
Ha! Automobilo Venturas Tre Rapide, eh?
What'd you do that for?
It's Esperanto, for how the car goes very fast, eh? Now look what you've done, you clumsy clot. Hello, HQ. Are you receiving me, Minnie Ha-Ha? Over.
Hello? This is Minnie Ha. Calling inspector. There's a report going on to the new bus area.
See? Ruined.
Also some sheets.
You dry off. Anyway, you shouldn't have nudged me. I don't reckon you should nudge your guest of honour either.
Yes, all right, all right.
This is Minnie Ha-Ha. Calling inspector.
You better go and find out what all the fuss is about. I'll see you back at HQ for the final briefing.
Harry here, Catherine. What seems to be the problem? Over.
Reports of some sheep straying onto the new bypass. Ceremonial area. Need someone to get there as soon as possible. Over.
Roy and Robin and Nero, I should get them onto it. I waited for you this lunchtime. Over.
I'm sorry, Harry. Something cropped up. Some other time, perhaps. Out.
Out.
Perhaps we can lasso him. Robin?
Yes, Roy.
You're an educated sort of bloke.
Well, I left school at 15.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You went all the way, you stuck with it. I was expelled.
Oh, what for?
Gobbing.
Unfortunate. What is that exactly?
You know, spitting.
Oh. Well, that does seem harsh. We all enjoy a good, gob.
Anyway, I was wondering. What does sheep think about all day?
Ah. Well, I suppose they're thinking... I know. I think I'll go over to that piece of grass and nibble it. And as they're nibbling it, they think, after I've nibbled this, I think I'll go over to that piece of grass and nibble that.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
And I suspect the advanced ones, the sheep geniuses, are thinking, I know, tomorrow, I think I'll go over to that piece of grass and nibble that. Maybe.
Cool. They must have got out under the electric wire. What do you reckon's the best approach?
Casual? Feels still iffy to me. Should I get back on? Oh no.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Now, in the light of this unexpected linguistic development, I want you all to brush up on the key phrases I've taught you.
Excellent plan, as always, sir. But what if the minister asks us something in Esperanto? I mean, it's no good us saying something to him if we can't understand what he says back.
Well, yeah, what if the minister asked me where the lavvy is? How would I tell, except by the way he was standing?
We don't say lavvy in the AA, Mr. Muntz. We say toilet. In Esperanto, necesario.
Sounds like necessary.
No, that is necessa.
Oh, ripe for confusion if you ask me, sir. It is necessary I go for a necessary. I mean, that's how world wars start.
The trouble is, sir, that not enough people speak Esperanto. And statistically, I suspect we're more likely to come across someone speaking Norse.
In fact, you could walk into any garage in the world, and the chances of finding a trained mechanic who speaks Esperanto are statistically nil. I say this more in sadness than in anger, you understand?
It is true that blanket coverage is still some way off.
See, I can't see why we can't learn a useful language, like French.
Because only French people speak French.
That's not true. Petula Clark speaks French.
She's married to a Frenchman.
Yeah, it's ugly business.
I'll tell you something about Pet Clark.
Excuse me.
She's a nudist.
Roy?
It's true. I read it in tidbits. Her and her husband, both nudists. We know that means, don't you?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Muntz. We know what nudists do. Right, the checklist.
It means she runs around the house completely nude, dusting and polishing and hanging off chandeliers.
Yes, thank you, please. Right, the checklist. Now, who's got the ribbon? Come on, the ribbon. Oh, for God's sake, I asked for something to be done and some idiot always forgets. Who was meant to get it?
You were.
Ah, well, I've been far too busy composing my speech. Mr. Pettifer, nip down to Heasman's, get some ribbon, take it down to the bypass and stretch it across the road.
What colour, Mr. Spanwick?
How about black and white, like a checkered flag?
Red, I should think. Sense of occasion.
He's a Tory. He'll expect blue.
I shouldn't be thinking of something more like a warm ochre.
Oh, for God's sake, anything! So, before we go, Starroop. 1.
Have you put petrol in it?
2.
I've never seen that before.
And 3.
On your way and happy motoring.
I always thought you gave way when approaching a major road.
A rather parochial view of today's motoring needs, dare I say it, Minister? I prefer a continental, universal approach, not only in my driving, of course.
No?
Take language, for instance, the need to communicate.
Oh, yes, I notice you have a radio in your car.
Ah, yes, a new and vital tool in the AA search for motorised perfection. Instant communication with my men in the field.
Go on then, let's see it work.
Ah, right. There has actually been a slight technical mishap with this particular radio. Wyatt Earp calling Buffalo Bill. Wyatt Earp calling Buffalo Bill. Are you receiving me? Over. Spanwick on the move calling Patrolman Pettifer. Are you receiving me? Over. Hello?
Sounds like sheep.
Yes, easy mistake to make, Minister. In fact, it's Morse code, security measure, for a minister like yourself. Yes, understood.
The radio seems to be on fire.
Dashboard fires. Increasing menace.
1, 2, 1, 2. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this historic opening of our new bypass. And may I first of all say, Minister, Kiel vi fatas.
I beg your pardon?
Kiel vi fatas, Minister. How do you do?
If this is some sort of a joke, it's in very poor taste.
Kial ni estas ci tie. Pro pli kaj pli automobilo. Sed automobilo ne estas tiel grande kiel autobus. Automobilo ne venturas tiel rapide kiel traino.
What the devil's he on about? Have you been drinking?
No. No, of course
Oh,
not.
for heaven's sake, get on with it.
Righto. If you'd like to christen the sign, Minister.
Isn't that a bottle of brake fluid?
And now, cutting the ribbon, Minister. My lady friend's neutering shears, Minister.
It just leaves me then to do the honours.
Bit low, isn't it?
We were informed you were a lot smaller, Minister.
Robin, you did remember to take down that electric wire, didn't you?
What? I wondered earlier whether it was all right to wind that ribbon around the electric wire. Probably wasn't, was it?
Can't say I'm a fan of excitement. Went through a phase of wanting it when I was about 9, but it seemed to pass.
Still, it's something to tell our grandchildren.
What is?
That you saw the minor electrocution of a Minister of Transport.
Our grandchildren, eh? There's a thought.
Oh, no, I didn't mean that.
No, obviously. I'd like my son to work alongside me. 2 generations bestriding the road.
You've got a son?
No. At least only, there. A glint in my eye.
I see, yes.
Would you like your son to grow up to be a local AA patrol?
I don't know. There's a whole world out there.
Yes, and they all need the quality of service only the AA can provide.
Well, I mean, he might want to spread his wings further afield.
Southampton?
Yes.
Well, it's obviously not going to help my promotion prospects.
No.
Still, in many respects, it was a successful day. Highly successful.
In the respect that you talked embarrassing gibberish to a member of Her Majesty's government? Or in the respect that you electrocuted him? Or in the way you broke the window of your new vehicle and in the confused aftermath failed to stop sheep wandering onto the road, delaying the opening of the bypass by 24 hours?
No, not in those respects. They want me to share my car, you know, Joyce.
Who?
The men.
Well, there's bound to be jealousy. You're very attractive.
So, you're not seeing another man?
Don't be ridiculous. Why?
I was wondering who made that hoax call. Who else would wish me ill but my rival in love?
Don't be silly, Leonard. Lots of people wish you ill.
Thanks. Flippy neck. Thanks, Joyce.
Well, Leonard's not so happy with Joyce next week when he finally realises what's been happening behind his back. That's here on BBC One at 6 o'clock.